Most guys grow up hearing the same advice about dating. Be nice, be respectful, be patient, treat her well and everything will work out. And on paper, that sounds right. Because being kind is good. Being respectful matters. No one is saying you should be arrogant or cruel. But here's the uncomfortable truth most men only learn after years of frustration. Being nice isn't the problem. Relying on niceness as your entire strategy is. That's the biggest dating mistake nice guys make. They think attraction works like a reward system. If I'm good enough, if I listen enough, if I help enough, if I prove I'm better than the other guys, then eventually she'll see it and choose me. But attraction doesn't grow from effort alone. It grows from emotional impact. And this is where nice guys get stuck. They focus on being approved of instead of being desired. They try to avoid mistakes instead of creating connection. They try to be safe instead of being interesting. They try to be liked by everyone instead of unforgettable to one person. So what happens? They become the guy she says is such a good person, but never the guy she feels drawn to. And that gap hurts. Because from his perspective, he did everything right. He texted back fast. He remembered small details. He helped her with problems. He stayed loyal before there was even a relationship. But from her perspective, something was missing. Not kindness, not respect, not maturity. What was missing was emotional tension. Nice guys often believe attraction should feel calm and logical. But real attraction feels alive. It has uncertainty. It has energy. It has personality. If every interaction feels predictable, if every response feels cautious, if every decision feels like it's trying not to upset her, then the connection starts to feel flat. Not bad, just flat. And flat rarely turns into romantic chemistry. Another mistake nice guys make is overinvesting too early. They give relationship-level effort before a relationship exists. They cancel plans to be available. They reply instantly every time. They prioritize her mood over their own schedule. They offer emotional support like a boyfriend before they've even gone on a real date. They think this shows value, but what it often shows is lack of boundaries. Because when someone makes you their entire focus before earning that place, it doesn't feel romantic. It feels heavy. Attraction grows when two people slowly choose each other, not when one person surrenders their entire life immediately. Nice guys also fall into the trap of hiding their real personality. They soften opinions. They avoid playful teasing. They don't express disagreement. They suppress humor that might be bold or sarcastic. Why? Because they don't want to risk losing her. But here's the paradox. The very thing they hide is what would make them attractive. Confidence isn't about dominance. It's about honesty without fear. When a man can express himself naturally, his humor, his opinions, his perspective, it signals emotional security, and emotional security is attractive. But when every sentence sounds filtered through "I hope she likes this," it signals insecurity, and insecurity kills attraction faster than silence. Another huge mistake nice guys make is believing attraction can be negotiated. They think if they just explain their feelings well enough, she'll realize they're perfect for her. So they confess everything. They write long emotional messages. They try to logically prove they'd be a great partner. But attraction isn't built through arguments or presentations. It's built through shared moments, energy, and emotional experience. You can't convince someone to feel something. They either feel it, or they don't. And the more someone tries to argue their way into being loved, the more it feels forced. Nice guys also tend to put women on pedestals. They see her as perfect, more valuable, more important, more socially powerful, so they approach her like she's above them. But attraction needs equality, not arrogance, not ego. Equality, two people choosing each other, not one person trying to earn approval from the other. When a man acts like she's the prize and he's just lucky to be noticed, he unintentionally places himself in a lower position. And people rarely feel romantic pull toward someone who treats them like a judge instead of a partner. The truth is, most women don't want a man who worships them. They want a man who values them, while still valuing himself. There's a huge difference. A man who respects himself has standards. He has a life outside dating. He doesn't over-explain his worth. He doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't panic when there's silence. He shows interest, but not desperation. Care, but not dependency. Warmth, but not submission. And that balance is what many nice guys never learn, because no one teaches it. They're told to be good men, but they're never told that attraction also needs confidence, individuality, and emotional presence. So they become kind, dependable, polite, and invisible in the dating world. Not because they lack value, but because they never show it in a way that sparks emotion. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop trying to be the safest option. Start trying to be the most real version of yourself. Real means you express opinions. Real means you have boundaries. Real means you don't rush to please. Real means you let attraction grow naturally instead of forcing it. You don't have to stop being nice. You just have to stop thinking niceness alone creates attraction. Because the men who succeed in dating aren't the ones who try the hardest to be liked. They're the ones who are comfortable being fully themselves. And when someone is fully themselves, they don't chase approval. They create connection. That's the difference. And once you understand that, dating stops feeling like a performance and starts feeling like a conversation between two people who actually have a chance to choose each other. If this video made you rethink how attraction really works, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to someone who needs to hear it, or save it for the moment you start falling back into old patterns. And if you want more videos that break down human behavior, psychology, and the patterns most people never notice, make sure you subscribe to Unfiltered Mind Decoded. Because understanding people starts with understanding the hidden rules they don't talk about. I'll see you in the next one.